भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथा मह्यं तान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
राम हरे राम राम
हरे
राम हरे
हरे कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
राम हरे राम
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 हरे
राम
हरे कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम
हरे राम हरे राम
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 हरे
राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So fourth canto, 13th chapter, verse number 8. The 8 and 9 is together. Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam
आत्मानं ब्रह्म निर्वाणम्
Amita Vigraham
प्रत्यस्तमित विग्रहम्
Avabodha Rasaikatmyam
अवबोधनसेकात्म्यम्
Nandam Anusantanam
आनन्दम् अनुसन्ततम्
Yavachinna Yogagni
अव्यच्छिन्न योगाग्नि
Karma Malashayaha
दग्धकर्मामलाशयः
Avarundhano
स्वरूपमवरुन्धानो
Atmano Anyam Tadaikshada
नात्मनो अन्यं तदेक्षत
Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam Pratyasthamita Vigraham Modarasaitatmyam Anandam Anusantatam Avachachinna Yogagni Dagda Karma Malashayaha Swarupam Avarundhano Natmano Anyam Tadaikshata. Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam Pratyasthatmika Vigraham Avabodharasaikatmyam Anandam Anusantatam Avyavachinna Yogagni Dagda Karma Malashayaha Swarupam Avarudhano Natmanam Anyam Tadakshata. Okay, so we'll see the synonyms. Atmanam, self. Brahma, spirit. Nirvanam, extinction of material existence. Pratyastha, ceased. Vigraham, separation. Avabodha rasa, by the mellow of knowledge. Eka atmyam, oneness. Anandam, bliss. Anusantatam, expanded. Avyavachinna, continuous. Yoga, by practice of yoga, Agni by the fire, Dagdha burnt, Karma fruitive desires, Mala dirty, Asayaha in his mind, Swarupam constitutional position, Avarundhanaha realizing Na not Atmanaha than the Supreme Soul, Anyam anything else, Tada then, Aiksata saw. Translation: by expansion of his knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, he had already attained liberation from the bondage of the body. This liberation is known as nirvana. He was situated in transcendental bliss, and he continued always in that blissful existence, which expanded more and more. This was possible for him by continual practice of Bhakti Yoga, which is compared to fire because it burns away all dirty material things. He was always situated in his constitutional position of self-realization, and he could not see anything else but the Supreme Lord, and himself engaged in discharging devotional service. Hare Krishna, Supriti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. These two verses explain the verse in the Bhagavad Gita 18.54. Brahmaputa prasannatma nasho chatina kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. One who is transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed towards every living entity. In that state, he achieves pure devotional service unto me. This is also explained by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtaka in the beginning of the first verse. Cheto dharpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu dhivanam. The Bhakti Yoga system is the topmost yoga system, and in this system, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the foremost performance of devotional service. By chanting the holy name, one can attain the perfection of nirvana or liberation from material existence, and so increase one's blissful life or spiritual existence as described by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Anandambudhi Vardhanam. When one is situated in that position, he no longer has any interest in material opulence or even a royal throne and sovereignty over the whole planet. This situation is called Viraktir Anyatra Syat. It is the result of devotional service. The more one makes advancement in devotional service, the more one becomes detached from the material opulence and material activity. This is a spiritual nature full of bliss. This is also described in Bhagavad Gita 2.59. Param Drishtva Nivartate. One ceases to take part in material enjoyment upon tasting superior blissful life in spiritual existence. By advancement in spiritual knowledge, which is considered to be like blazing fire, all material desires are burned into ashes. The perfection of mystic yoga is possible when one is continuously in connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead by discharging devotional service. A devotee is always thinking of the Supreme Person at every step of his life. Every conditioned soul is full of the reactions of his past life, but all dirty things are immediately burned into ashes if one simply executes devotional service. This is described in Narada Pancharatra, Sarvobhadi Vinirmuktam Tat Paratvena Nirmalam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam, Pratyastamita Vigraham, Avabodha Rasaikatmyam, Anandam Anushantanam, Avyavachinna Vyogagni, Tatta Karma Malasayaha, Swarupam Avarudhano, Natmano Anyam Tadaikshata. Translation: by expansion of his knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, he had already attained liberation from the bondage of the body. This liberation is known as nirvana. He was situated in transcendental bliss, and he continued always in that blissful existence, which expanded more and more. This was possible for him by continual practice of Bhakti Yoga, which is compared to fire because it burns away all dirty material things. He was always situated in his constitutional position of self-realization, and he could not see anything else but the Supreme Lord and himself engaged in discharging devotional service. Hare Krishna. So whose qualities have been mentioned here? Who is this person who is like a Mahabhagavata? Who is
Dhruv.
Utkala? Who is Utkala?
Son of Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj's son. Okay, so Dhruv Maharaj's son's qualification or qualities are mentioned here, that how he was a pure devotee and he was situated in Brahma Nirvana platform. They're already liberated, and because he was continuously practicing Bhakti Yoga, it is compared to fire. Okay, so why is Bhakti compared to fire? Because it burns away all dirty material things. Not only material things, the karma, whatever karma we did also burns away. So Krishna says to Uddhava also in the 11th canto, Yadagni shushrudaramshi karodietamshi vasvasa tadamat vishaya bhakti utpaideva krishnasa yada agni shushruda. If you put a fire to ash, burn it, then it will go to Basma, becomes ash. Similarly, Uddhava, Bhakti to Krishna, or Krishna's Bhakti will burn away all our karmas, sinful things or bad karmas or material desires. So this is from 11th canto, 14th chapter, verse number 90. Yadagni shushruda ramshi karoti etamsi basvasat tadamat vishaya bhaktir udvaideva krishnasa. So Krishna is saying to Uddhava, my dear Uddhava, just as a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, similarly devotion to Krishna completely burns to ashes the sins committed by Krishna's devotees. So for how many janmas the sins will get crushed by doing bhakti? How many janmas?
Seven.
Seven janma?
21
Mataji.
21. 100 janmas.
21 janmas.
Mataji, it depends.
Millions.
100.
All janmas.
Prabhupada, one minute.
One moment. 1 minute.
No, for how many janma the sin will get crushed when you do bhakti? Krishna says when you do bhakti,
1 minute, Mataji, 1 minute only.
Innumerable janma.
All janmas.
Eternal.
All janmas.
No janma, Mataji. There is no janma.
100 janmas.
84 lakh species of janma. 84 lakh species of janma is there, right? So when you do devotion to Krishna, it will burn away the ashes, the sins committed by the devotees. Prabhupada comments in this purport, not only sins done in previous janma, sins are yet to be done in next janma also gets crushed. We can't even think how much is the glories of devotional service. Okay, so the blazing fire, okay, it consumes the insignificant piece of wood. Similarly, Krishna's devotional service also burns everything. Like imagine there is some dry wood kept and just one matchbox, it's enough. Like forest fire we have seen, so much of fire happening, that what happens, all the animals, okay, they run away from the forest fire. So which is the animal which is mostly killed in forest fire? When forest fire.
Snake, Mataji, snake.
Snakes. So in Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami, I think chapter 1 says that when there is forest fire, all the animals will run away. The but the snakes slow jata hai na, they can't directly move, and it will be all fire around that they won't be able to jump and go. So similarly, when you do devotional service, the fire of material desires or the fire of sinful reactions, everything gets crushed just by doing devotional service. So this is Uddhava Gita. This is 11th canto of there is another Gita called Uddhava Gita, where Krishna explains philosophy to Uddhava during the towards when he was about to leave. So at that time, Krishna says to Uddhava, like how Agni, fire, can burn the firewood to ashes. Similarly, devotion to Krishna can burn to ashes all the sins committed by the devotees. Not only one life, not only 7 lives. I don't know from where the 7 comes. Sometimes they the husband and wife for 7 janma ke liye, they are husband and wife. I don't know from where this figure have come, if you can give some reference, because Prabhupada never mentioned that 7 life. 7 life, 7 janma, it's all somewhere, I don't know from where it came, but it's according to karma. So one moment is enough to go back to Krishna, right? Just one moment is enough. But this is what devotional services. So we are not knowing how much karma is getting crushed when we are doing devotional service, because devotional service, especially chanting the holy name. So in the purport, Prabhupada gives more importance to chanting, right? Prabhupada says that out of devotional service, the chanting is the topmost. In the Bhakti Yoga, the topmost system in the system, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the foremost performer of devotional service. Just by chanting can get into liberation. So chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the foremost performance of devotional service. Tara Madhya Sarva Sreshta Nama Sankirtan Niraparata Namalayo Payo Premadan Tara Madhya Sarva Sreshta. Out of all the 9 devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all that, chanting is the foremost important thing. And it's foremost performance of devotional service. And chanting of Krishna's holy name, not any other name. So there is a story of Agnihotri. Agnihotri is a demigod worshipper. So he'll do worship all the demigods. इसका पूजा room बहुत crowded है, जगह नहीं है pictures रखने के लिए, because we have 33 crores of demigods. So whom all to keep? So he kept all the demigod photos, and from morning, early morning, he'll start worshipping, putting flowers and doing all the worship. So one day his brother came. His name is Pakana. Radha Govinda ki jai, Government ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mataji, can turn little bit. If you turn, they can take darshan of the deities. Little this side. Little more. Hare Krishna. So, so Agnihotra was a demigod worshipper. He's a great scholar and very learned person. But the Spakanar, his stepbrother, he's not so intelligent. He's just like a Shudra. So, because the mothers are different. So, Agnihotra was a very great scholarly person, very intelligent. He started worshipping all the demigods. So, one day, Pakanar wanted to meet Agnihotri or uske ghar pe aaya. So, from morning, he's waiting. From 5 o'clock, he's waiting. So he started doing one demigod worship, another demigod worship. So एक time bell बजाते हैं ना, तब he'll this Pakanar, his brother, will start digging hole in the courtyard. He started digging hole. So एक dig किया, then the bell stopped. He stopped that. Then the next demigod he started worshipping. The outside, this brother started digging another hole. So when Agnihotra finished all the demigod worship after 2 hours, he came out. पूरा courtyard में different holes है. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, no, I was thinking whether I'll get water in this earth. Like you get water, no, by digging in the earth. But then Agnihotra says, you're so stupid. एक ही जगह में dig करना है, then only you'll get water. अगर well is there, you have to dig in one place, na. So you're so stupid. So the brother said, I have to say that only to you. Even you are stupid. अगर एक ही भगवान को pray करेगा तो you will get moksha. Instead you are going to different demigods and you are not getting any blessings now. So Agnihotra got a shock in his life because nobody told him such example. That instead of digging in many places, if you dig in one place, you'll get water. So that means if you water the root of the tree, that's enough for the tree. So one person asked me, Mataji, कभी-कभी branches को भी पानी देना पड़ेगा ना? Why only root को देता है? And like, if you give to the branches, what is the use? The tree will dry. No use of giving water to the branches. So here, the devotional service should be done to Krishna. Okay, Kirtaniya Sada Hari. The word Hari is there. Or Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. It's Vishnu, nothing else. So Prabhupada says the chanting or the holy name is to be done to Krishna, because Krishna's holy name and Krishna's personality, there is no difference. Chaitanya Charitamrita also says, Nama Swarupa, Nama Vigraha Swarupa, Tina Ek Rupa, Tina Bednehi, Tina Chidananda Rupa. I think it's Madhya Leela, chapter 17, verse 131. This is the instruction which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives to Sanatana Goswami. So he says, Nama Vigraha Swarupa, Tina Ek Rupa, Tina Bednahi, Tina Chidananda Rupa, Nama Vigraha and Swarupa. Okay, all three. So Nama, Vigraha and Swarupa. Nama, that is Krishna's holy name. Vigraha, that is the Archa Murti. Swarupa, Krishna's personality. Tina Ek Rupa, all three are same. Tina Bednehi, there is no difference between all the three. Tina Chidananda Rupa, all three are eternal, transcendently blissful. The Lord's holy name, the Lord's form, His personality, all are one and the same. There is no difference between them. Since all of them are absolute, they are all transcendently blissful. That's why when you worship the deities, when you offer obeisances, you feel happiness. When you chant the holy name, you feel that happiness. Because there's no difference. And His personality, Krishna, is the same. Okay, all three are the same. And the previous sloka says, Adevatara mukena ese Krishna nama Krishna Surupa Advaita Samana. Krishna nama Krishna Surupa is says. Because the offenders to Krishna cannot chant the holy name. Because Krishna is identical with his holy name. The holy name of Krishna does not manifest in their mouth. So who are the people who cannot chant Krishna's holy name? Who are the offenders who cannot chant Krishna's holy name? Yes?
Ravana.
Nirvisheshwar.
Nirvishesh.
Then 5 persons.
Mayavadis.
Mataji, those who are envious of
Mayavadis, right? Mayavadis are Krishna Aparadis. So once Prakashananda Saraswati is one of the Mayavadi sannyasi. So he came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prakashananda Saraswati could say Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chaitanya 3 times. But he could not say Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So everybody asked, hey, Prakashananda Saraswati is such a big scholar. He is chanting Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chaitanya 3 times because Sri Krishna Chaitanya. But he was not able to chant Krishna. Then they asked Mahaprabhu, why he is not able to chant Krishna? Then Mahaprabhu said, Mayavadi hoya Krishna aparadi. Mayavadis are Krishna aparadi because they are saying Krishna doesn't have a form, Krishna doesn't have hands, legs, he doesn't do any pastime. So they are aparadi, offenders. And once they are offenders, they cannot chant Krishna's holy name. So how fortunate we are. We are able to chant Krishna's holy name. Whether we are doing sleepy chanting or inattentive chanting or mobile deke chanting or whatever it is, we are chanting at least. We are able to chant this Ratnagar, na Valmiki Rishi. Ratnagar could not chant Rama. So he chanted Mara. Mara. That still he got the effect. But we are so unfortunate souls, so conditioned, so sinful people. But just because of Prabhupada's mercy, Guru Maharaj's mercy, we are able to chant the holy name. Right? So how much mercy we have got, fortunate. It is said we should not feel we are not fortunate. Like sometimes when you see materialistic people around, this people around, then you might feel, why my life is like this? So one Mataji was saying, you should always every day feel happy about 2 things. If you have these 2 things in your life, you are very fortunate. Ek to manishya janma mila. First fortune is we got human form, because only in human form we can able to do devotional service. So that is one thing. Did you get the human form? Yes, all of you are not robots. We are all humans. So we got a human form. Second fortunate is what? Next bhagya kya hai hamare life mein? One is we got human form. Ek manishya sharir mila. Dusra kya hai? What is the second thing?
We have got the seed of Krishna consciousness.
Devotional
We have to Deva Sarva
Bharat Bhumi te janma hele.
Born in India.
Mataji, we have got the seed of Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did we get that seed? Through Guru, na? Spiritual master. So, Guru, Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagyavanji, Guru Krishna Kripai by Bhakti Lata Peej. So we got it through Guru. So you got a human form, good. Did you get Srila Prabhupada or a bona fide spiritual master? Then you are very, very fortunate. And through Guru, you'll get Shastra. Through Guru, you get the holy name. Then everything else comes. But these 2 things, if you have got, so fortunate. We don't know how great Srila Prabhupada is. Srila Prabhupada is so great that Prabhupada can protect you, give a lot of protection, and Prabhupada can actually take you back to Godhead. But we don't have faith in Prabhupada. We don't have faith in the holy name. But one condition is chanting should be done. Otherwise, Prabhupada will not protect. And the 4 regulative principles, Yama Nema, has to be followed. Sometimes we feel difficult to leave onion garlic when we go to a relative's house, tea, coffee, all this. But that should not stop you from going to Krishna. You can do some sacrifice for Krishna. Right? Some adjustment can be done. Initially, Mataji also had issue. She was like, if I go to my relative's house, how will I eat without onion, garlic, all that. But once you're into this, then you will eat only prasada. Whatever happens, you will take Krishna prasada. So chanting the holy name has to be given most important priority. Okay, why? Because in Hari Hari Biphale Janama Goina song by Narottam Das Thakur, he says, Dina hina yada chilo hari nama udharilo tara sakshi jagai madai. Dina hina yada chilo hari nama udharilo. Even if we are so fallen, still Harinam will udharilo, will deliver us. Tara Sakshi, what is the proof? Jagai Matai. So Jagai Matai was the most fallen, Naradamas, when they got delivered by holy name. Okay, so the holy name can deliver the souls who are low and wretched. The two sinners, Jagai Madai, are the evidence of this. So just imagine, chanting the holy name can deliver anybody. Even Jagai Madai got get delivered. So Nityananda Prabhu is merciful, but more merciful is Srila Prabhupada. Why do we say Prabhupada will be more merciful than Nityananda Prabhu? Nityananda Prabhu is Adi Guru. Prabhupada represents him. But it is said Srila Prabhupada is more merciful than Nityananda Prabhu. Does anyone know why?
Deliver the hippies.
Hippies, yes, something related to that. Nityananda Prabhu could deliver one Jagai Madai. Prabhupada ji ne thousands of Jagai Madai ko uddar diya. All the hippies were Jagai Madai, na? All were drinking, drunkards all were doing like this. So it is said, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy magnified hundreds and thousands of times through Srila Prabhupada, because Prabhupada could deliver thousands and millions of Jagai Madai, including all of us. So all of us got delivered because of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy coming through Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is the Shakti Avesh avatar, it is said. Sometimes people will say, no, he is just a normal person, all that. But then Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataaka Swami Maharaj had said, he is not from this world. Just imagine, agar 70 saal umr mein, can we all do that? Go alone to the west with 40 rupees, nobody around, 35 days in Jaladuta ship, having 2 heart attacks, stroke, whatnot. Don't know whether to turn right or left in America. In 1960s, the hippie revolution was happening. Can a normal person, conditioned soul, Bhaddatma, can do this revolution of creating ISKCON and writing so many books? No, he's not from this world. Because it is said, Krishna sends his representatives from the spiritual world. Prabhupada ji have not come because of his karma, not like us. He has come to deliver us. Through Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, he has come. His mercy personified. He is the direct representation of Krishna. So that's why we should all worship Prabhupada. We should have that gratefulness in us to receive Prabhupada's mercy, to have that one-on-one relationship with Prabhupada. Everybody of us can have the relationship with Prabhupada through his books, through his lectures, okay? Because he's not from this world. And how fortunate we are. We didn't do, what Ajnata Sukriti we have done to get Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is so merciful that even once you try to chant the holy name, Prabhupada will definitely protect. But we should be loyal. We should follow the 4 regulative principles and we should chant. We should not feel any shortcuts to go back to Krishna. Okay, so here it is said that please accept Hari Hari Biphale Manisha. Manishya Janma Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shunya Visha Khaina. Manishya Janma Paya, I got this human form, and Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya, I didn't worship Radha and Krishna. Then Janiya Shunya Visha Khaina, I'm purposely drinking poison. Such people are called as what? I think it's described in Nectar of Instruction or Ishopanishad.
Mudha. Atmagha. Atmaha.
Atmaha or Atmahanda. Atmahanda is the killer of the soul. The soul cannot be killed, no. But why? How to kill the soul is by not doing devotional service. That is killing the soul. Like you are cleaning the cage, not giving food to the bird. Andar chidiya hai, but chidiya ko khana nahi de rahe. Sirf you are painting the cage and polishing and everything. What is the use? The bird will die. So we are not taking care of the soul. Manishya Janma Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shunya Visha Khaina. Very powerful words. This is the favorite bhajan of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada likes this bhajan. He always says, Hari Hari Biphale Janama Goino. Oh Lord Hari, I have spent my life uselessly. Having obtained human birth and not worship Radha Krishna, I am knowingly drinking poison. So, will somebody knowingly drink poison? Array poison, let me drink. No, nobody will drink. But people are doing that by not worshipping Radha Krishna. By not, this is really true, no? So before coming to Krishna consciousness, okay, some of them are very fortunate. They had Laddu Gopal from previous, so many ancestors and they were worshipping. But others, we were all drinking poison till now. But now we are drinking the Amrita of Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu. So it is said that congregational chanting of the holy name has come from Goloka. Goloke ra premadana hari nama sankirtana ratina janmilo kenetai. Golokera Premadan Harinam Sankirtan. This Harinam Sankirtan is from where? Goloka. It's not from this world. That's why this Harinam is so powerful. The congregational chanting of the holy name is so attracted because it is coming from Goloka. It's the divine treasure of Goloka Vrindavan. It's not from this material world. That's why chanting the holy name is very, very important in devotional services. Okay, so chanting has to be done, and it is said wherever you are, vanateko, grihateko, bolo hari hari. Hari bolo. Like you have to chant the holy name wherever you are, and that can be done. The holy name will deliver anybody, all of us. Okay, so this is by Narottam Das Thakur. So Narottam Das Thakur says that it's very important to chant the holy name of the Lord. So there is a temple in Kerala. It's in near Kottayam. It's called Thiruvarpur. So in that temple, I think in the whole India, this is the first temple which opens. Subah 2 baje khulta hai mandir. So everybody like, why is it opening at 2 o'clock? So what happened? That Murti was worshipped by the Pandavas. So that Murti of Krishna, the 4-handed form, the bhav is immediately after killing Kamsa, Krishna was very hungry. Bahut bhook laga unko. So that Vigraha Pandavas worshipped. And that Vigraha came in one river, in one small Varpu called, it's like a plate-like thing. So it came in that's why it's called Thiruvarpur. And then when the deity was installed, it was, one day was lunar eclipse. So sun Chandra Grahan hua tha. So at that time, we don't cook anything, offer bhi nahi karega. So they closed the altar and nobody was there in the temple. Next day, when they opened the temple, the deity ka size decrease hua. So when they went and saw the astrologer things, they said, this deity, ye bhukha hai. Like this deity's bhav is very hungry bhav. So whatever it is, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, doesn't matter. You have to bhog chadaya Bhagwan ko, correct time or jaldi. Not at all 3 o'clock, 4:30 and all Mangala Arati time. 2 o'clock you have to offer. Or agar if the pujari have forgot the key to open the temple, 2 o'clock bhog lagane ke liye, then there is an axe there in the temple. Agar 2 baje mandir nahi khula hai to anybody can take that axe and open the door of the temple. You can break open and go inside and offer the Lord. Because offering should not be stopped in that temple. Whatever happens, so Chandra Grahan, Surya Grahan, it doesn't matter. The offering has to happen every day in that temple because that is the bhav of that murti. And in that temple, there is nobody talks in that temple. It is said, if you have to talk Krishna's holy name. Agar bolna hai to Krishna naam hi bolna hai. So it is written there, and whoever goes there, they loudly chant the holy name and they offer Boka. This is the Naivedya. It's very special. And 2 o'clock itself, they open early morning because Krishna is in that hungry stage. So this is very rare things to see, like how Krishna reciprocates. Krishna is not really hungry. He is full, all opulences. He's Aishwarya Purna Bhagavan, and thousands of Lakshmis are serving him. But that's the bhav, how he reciprocates with devotees, no? So, ek Mataji ko Laddu Gopal tha. So, usko chhod ke, she went to Vrindavan once. Because how to carry him and go, it's difficult, no? Offering karna nahi kar sakta, so many problems. But she had only 3 girls. Boys nahi hai. So, uska sasu ma ke liye bahut problem ho gaya. The mother-in-law always criticized her. Arey, beta nahi diya, beta nahi, you didn't give son. Only 3 girls. So one day she got a gift from her friend, the Laddu Gopal ko de ke bola, this is your 4th son. Ye aapka beta jaisa hai. So she started taking care of him like son and named him Damodar. Uska naam hai Damodar, chota sa Laddu Gopal. And she started serving him, mukut lagate hai, shringar karta hai. She'll always offer, and birthday bhi manata hai. They have made cake. The day which she got the deity, har saal, and Vaishnava ko khilata. So we all went to her house and it actually happened. So we were going and we were taking prasad. So when she went to Vrindavan, it was like 1 week travel. So she kept Laddu Gopal in sleeping mode and she went. She kept some dry fruits and all. So when she came back after 1 week, she could not open the door. She tried. Somehow the lock, some problem, she was not able to open. So all her daughters, they went to ask for help outside. She was alone standing and somebody was pushing from inside. Maya, darwaza kholo. Twice she heard it. And she got full goosebumps and she's like, who is this? My daughters are all gone. Who's that? So when she opened and saw, Laddu Gopal ka mukut kira hua tha, pura, it was angry mode. Ladu Gopal. Then she went and asked her sorry. She made obeisances, paid obeisances, and she cooked for the deity and she was about to decorate it. The Ladu Gopal was not accepting Mukut. Mukut svikar nahi karta. Pura hai. Always, whenever she keeps, he'll push it down. He'll push it down. 10 bar ho gaya, 20 times ho gaya. Then she felt so bad. What is this? What is this? Then one senior Vaishnava said, your bhav with Ladu Gopal is in Valsalya ras. तो मैया किसी बच्चे को छोड़ के जाएगा क्या? You have to take him and go. Wherever you go, you have to take him. So from that day onwards, she started carrying him in a small basket. But Prabhupada says you should not do that. We should not exhibit. But she doesn't exhibit. Wherever she goes, she keeps it, doesn't take it around. But wherever she goes, she travels with her Ladu Gopal. And the Vatsalya ras, the bhav, the reciprocation. That's mainly because the bhav with which she, there is no difference between deity and Krishna. He is Pradima Nahi Tumi Sakshat Brajendra Nanda. He is the deity himself. So he's not, what do you say? He's not just a vigraha, statue made up of stone or something. He's Swayam Bhagavan. But it depends on your reciprocation. If you see him as a stone, he'll also be like a stone. Okay, so I'll stop by saying this, that once demigods, they were so jealous of the Gopas. You know, Gopals, they are playing with Krishna, no? There is a game where you have to bend and the friends will jump above and go. So they were playing that. So the Gopas were bending, Krishna was jumping and going. So Krishna never fails in the game. Krishna hamesha jeeta hai. So one Gopa, he thought of tricking Krishna. So once he was bending and standing, Krishna bhaag ke aaya jump karne ke liye. When Krishna came to jump, immediately the Gopa got up and went forward and bend kiya. So Krishna ko confusion ho gaya, अरे किधर jump करूं? Then Krishna lost. So when Krishna lost, the Gopa said, "Ha, now you lost. You have to bend. We will jump over you." Krishna is like, "ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. मैं नंदबाब महाराज का बेटा हूँ. मैं I'm the king, prince of Vrindavan. मैं ऐसा नहीं करेगा." They told, "Okay, if you don't do, we don't play with you. Go." Krishna is like, "No. मैं Vaikuntha छोड़ के आया हम आपके साथ खेलने के लिए. I came to play with you all. So I'll play." So Krishna was bending and the Gopas were pushing Krishna and jumping and going. So demigods, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, they were looking, "Hurry, what are they doing?" The supreme personality of Godhead is bending for the Gopas. Gopas are jumping and going. So Indra, Chandra and Varuna had a desire. We will also go and play. So they also became Gopas and they came. So all the Gopas were pushing and running. It was Indra's turn. So Indra was like, "Oh, I will jump over the supreme personality of Godhead." So Indra bhaag ke aaya, was about to jump. Indra folded his hands. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. He could not jump because it's his Lord. He could not jump. He was like, Govindamadi Purusham. Then the Gopas like, "Arey, kya hua unko? Hata, just go aside. We will jump. What is your problem? Go." Then Indra and Varuna started laughing. "Arey, Indra ka kya ho gaya? Arey, bhai." They started criticizing, teasing him. Then Chandra's chance came. When Chandra was about to go, he also reached in front. It's like Govindamadi Purusham. He could not go. Even Varuna could not go. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So the Gopas are like, "What is wrong with you? He is just a boy. Who's Govinda? Go." And they started jumping and playing with Krishna. And the demigods, they came back and they said, "We can't do it. Because for us, he's Swayam Bhagavan. But for the Gopas, he's just a boyfriend." So this is how Krishna reciprocates. So that doesn't mean we should also be in that bhav. We cannot artificially become like that. But as we do devotional service, that bhav will come. Like that Valsalya or Madhurya, whatever bhav eternally we have with Krishna will appear Swayameva Spuratyata as we do devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. So I'll close here. And nothing to add or any questions? Okay. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhe evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anant Kodi Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grand Inauguration Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.